Hello and welcome to another episode of Untold Stories. So, as part of the series, we have with us Mr. Sujoy Datta, who is the branch manager of Jaigaon branch. Now, Jaigaon branch, let me tell you, is situated in West Bengal, but is at the border with Bhutan. In fact, it's just a couple of steps away from the Bhutan border. Before we start talking to Sujoy, let us first see the video that Sujoy has made for us of the branch that he manages and the location that he operates in.
Hello, welcome to Jaigaon branch. My name is Sujoy Datta. I am the branch manager of Jaigaon. So please come with me. I just introduce my branch. This is the entrance of our Jaigaon branch. This is the branch lobby. This is BM cabin. Now we are going to our stress, so I can show you some glimpses of Bhutan. All the buildings you have been seen in this video are situated at Bhutan full ceiling. And this is NS Road, where our branch is situated.
Going by the video, we definitely know that place which Sujoy is in right now. Jaigaon is indeed a very picturesque location. So thank you, Sujoy, for your time and welcome to the show. My first question to you, Sujoy, is if you can take us through the location that you handle. The geography, the demographics, and I know that you have been handling the branch for the last close to 2 years. So if you can first begin with the local flavor that you have seen and absorbed in your time so far.
Thanks, Rajiv. First, I have to thank to you and your entire team to give me the opportunity. Yeah, Jaigaon is a part of Bengal, but it's come under the north side of Bengal. When you see the map of the West Bengal, you found that Jaigaon is situated at exactly border of Bhutan and India. And particular my branch, the Jaigaon branch, is just on the border because Bhutan is our friendly neighborhood country. So we have a very good relationship with Bhutan. We have a free trade of Bhutan. So we have easy access. There is no required any pass or any something immigration pass to access Bhutan in certain part of area. Similarly, Bhutan citizens also get free entry in India. So particularly our branch is exactly situated in Bhutan. When we enter our branch, it's come under Bhutan. And my debit and the teller counter in the part of branch is come under India. So it's like that. It's very interesting thing. And when the people are visiting my branch, the main problem they are facing, their phone get auto roaming, and they get so after when they have realized, oh, this is come under international calling. So these things are happening. And apart of this, the entire population of this country is only 7 lakhs. Second thing, Bhutan is one of the countries is the happiness country. Why happiness? Because while with our country and others developed countries think about the GDP, economy and other things, Bhutan have their index in their yearly analysis. There's a happiness index. They count how their citizens are happy. So as we are part of India and Bengal, but we are influenced much more than the Bhutan.
Right. So, Sujoy, you spoke about the happiness index, and going by the smile that you have, I'm guessing that the happiness index is also rubbing off on you and your team members out there. But you said that there is easy access to Bhutan, but I'm sure during the lockdown, obviously one doesn't have access. But is it so easy to kind of walk over to the other side of the border and say, let's say, have lunch or dinner there?
Exactly. Actually, what happened after this lockdown or later March, now the Bhutan border has been sealed due to this pandemic situation. But earlier, sometimes it's happened, I have the breakfast in India, but I have visited in Bhutan for customer call or something like that. I take a lunch in Bhutan. Similarly, sometimes I have take dinner in Bhutan. So there is some international things are going on here.
But the location is beautiful, the people are friendly and everything. What are the challenges that you face in running a branch, a remote branch like Jaigaon?
Challenges is definitely there. First of thing is particularly the Jaigaon. It's a very remote place. The nearest city from us is distance about 50 kilometers. the nearest rail station is more than 45 kilometers. So there is definitely challenges there. Even we not get a proper mobile connection because this is the border area. So high speed data network is restricted. Some even time voice network or normal voice call is not also be available. So these things are, but still we are continue with my team, my staff, my colleagues. So all our joint effort, we are doing well in Jaigao, and I am happy to share the Jaigao is total population somewhere around 50,000 like that, and we have a more than a 16% population account with us. So things is like in that nature.
When you were asked to handle Joygao branch 2.5 years back, what was your experience? What was your reaction at that point of time? And then what was your first experience or reaction when you first came to Joygao?
Nice question, Rajiv. In 2018, it was month of February. In that time, my class head, he just told me in all of the presence, colleague and our senior, Ishuja, you got promoted as a branch manager and you should take care about the Jaigao branch. Because I am belong from the North Bengal, so I know Jaigao, but I also know the difficulties of this area. So after that, I have joined in Jaigao. The main issue is the resources are not so available. The urban basic things that like water, food. So problem are there, but after the time spent, I overcome all these problems. Now it's adjustable, and still on 2.5 years, I already run this branch.
Sujoy, like Rajiv was saying earlier in the show that the happiness from the kingdom of Bhutan rubbed off on you and your colleagues. Just one question. Has your perspective on life changed after you came here to this particular posting?
Yes, Ravinder. When I have to came in Jaigao, then I realized ki something I'm missing. What I miss, some there is no such an alternative way of entertainment. Suppose there is no others malls, cinema halls, something is not it's not available in Jaigao. So first time I have to realize ki these things are missing. But when I have to understand the love of nature, because the scenic beauty of the surrounding of Jaigao. Because when you have to come from my place, the scenic beauty to Jaigao, you have to ride through the streams, the rivers, the wild sanctuaries, the hilly areas. So if you are a nature lover or you are a wildlife lover, then it's the heaven for you. So after some times I have spent in Jaigao, and after the meet with the local people, understand their culture, understand their thinking, then I have to find, this is such an area, this is totally, still now I have not discovered. So it's unexplored for me. So it's really exciting after some of time spent it in Jaipur. Then I have to feel, this is some different experience I have to gather. So it's a nice experience for me.
The other question is that what have been the challenges of handling the pandemic from such a remote location? Life in the lockdown at Jaigao.
Actually, I already told you this is a remote place and people are not so much educated and they are not so much avid or familiar with the practice of wearing masks, maintain the distance. So these things are really we have faced. When the people are entering, they are not wearing the mask. When you have to told, please maintain the distance between you and others. They are asking, no, we have a much immunity power, so don't worry. So things are like that, but we are going to manage. So these things is here.
So Shujay, you spoke about the lockdown and the pandemic. Any one customer experience you remember or any experience you remember from that time or during the lockdown that you would like to share with us?
Actually, during lockdown, border has been sealed, totally sealed. So the normal access are not going, not so earlier also. So what happened? Some of our Indian customers are blocked down in Bhutan, okay, and they are not able to come in India. But their office is in India, so their transaction is going through our branch. So one day, what happened? Some of the RTGs need to be done one of the customer, and the particular director of the account are blocked in Bhutan. So they have sent the check on me, but I need the signature on the RTGs form also. So what can I do? Because he is stuck at Bhutan, he cannot come in India, I cannot sign that. Then I have to take special permission from our border force, BRO force, and I have to go in the border, that gate. There is a one gate of Bhutan and India between the gate. I particularly got in that gate. That person coming place in gate, I have to give in that form after the sanitization of the form, because Bhutan is very much uh, take care about all these things. They have to sanitize all the form with that sanitizer. Then they have to give it the form to that person. Then he has signed to that form on what Bhutan. Then I have to take back. So these things are I have to experience in lockdown.
So my question to you is, did you face any cultural, language, customs kind of barriers when you started operating for the first time?
Jalgaon is a border area of Bhutan. So the Bhutan language is totally ununderstandable, because the language is totally different. Although they have to use the little bit Nepalese, because Jalgaon main community is a Nepalese community. So they are little bit understand the Nepalese, but they cannot understand Hindi. But they understand some English also. So language is a very, very big barrier in this place.
Talking about cultural nuances, Shujoy, since you are from Shiliguri, you are from North Bengal, have you picked up the local language out there?
Yeah, Rajiv, I know Nepali, I understand Nepali, but I cannot speak, because from childhood I have a Nepalese friend with me. So I understand the Nepali, but I cannot speak, because I never try to speak.
So have you taken a fancy, or do you like Bhutanese cuisine more than the Indian cuisine?
Yeah, I have tried some of Bhutanese cuisine. Okay, basically the veg cuisine. Generally, we are Indian are not use that spice, but they are used also spices thing. And their courtesies of the serve the food is very nice, because they have to use one of we have generally used two land tables for dinner or for lunch, but they are not used that much of the thing. You have to sit it on the floor. They have used all the things in the floor. So these things are there. This is some different culture.
That was really interesting talking to you and getting to know about Jaigaon and the area that you operate in. Now we come to the last part of the episode, where we'll ask you a series of rapid fire questions. My first question to you is one local food specialty that you would recommend from Jaigaon.
I recommended you have to add that food name Momo. It may be available in veg, in non-veg. So whatever you want, you can take this cuisine from Jaigaon. It's very tasty.
One brightest moment in your career at HDFC Bank?
When I heard that I become a BM from PB officer to BM, this is the most bright moment in my life, in career, in HDFC.
What is your hobby? What do you like to do in your spare time?
My main hobby is writing. And for this reason, I got this nice place like Jaigaon as transfer. When I drive from my home place to Jaigaon, just go through some of hills, some of streams, river, some of wild sanctuary. Sometimes I have faced a lot of wildlife on my way to Jaigaon and come back to home. So I like, basically my hobby is riding bike and car might drive.
Do you ride on your bike from Shiliguri to Jaigaon, or you use a four-wheeler?
Because the distance is more than 200 kilometers. So I use my four-wheeler.
During the lockdown, did you acquire a new hobby or something? Did you learn to cook, or do you love cooking, or do you just love eating?
No, I am a foodie and I am a 100% love eat only. I don't know nothing about cook, but I love reading. So in the lockdown period, I used the time to reading.
Thank you so much, Shujoy. Indeed, interesting insights given the fact that Shujoy can have breakfast in India and possibly lunch or dinner in Bhutan. Not many of us in our work are able to kind of, straddle the national as well as international at any given point of time in a day. But Shujoy and his team are able to do so. And I must say, it's really highly commendable work that you and your team manning such a remote location are doing. It's really a moment of pride that you and your team are keeping the bank flag flying high. So thank you so much, and wish you the very best. And with that, we come to an end of this episode of Untold Stories. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe.